Hello, here we are again to read another chapter, chapter 2 of The Invisible Remote Control. The first chapter we saw where Stacy was narrating our audio, and today we're going to continue reading this interesting and suspense filled novel. Just in case you've not gone to Amazon, you can get the book from Amazon Kindle, Rakuten Kobo, or Okada Books. Please go there, like my page, download it, and get the full gist. Chapter 2. Stacy stood from the bed where she had sat narrating her day to Amanda and moved like a zombie to stand in front of her mirror. She stood there gazing into it as if she was hoping to see a vision or maybe a ghost from her past. Amanda sat silent, quietly on the bed, keenly watching her friend's backside when Stacy suddenly continued her tale. Things moved from bad to worse. The situation collapsed to the point that most times would slip out and not even bother to call to tell me a lie or anything to calm my mind or to help me relax. And when he eventually comes back in the morning, he will remind me that I could move out if I could not bear it anymore. It was very obvious to me that I needed supernatural help. I resolved to go to God in prayers. The day came and I went into labor at about midnight. I called his cell phone but could not get through to him. The phones were all switched off. A neighbor had to take me to the hospital and I gave birth to our first child, a beautiful baby girl. On his return the next day, the neighbors informed him that he was a father. To my utmost dismay, he came to the hospital in the evening only to inform me that he had made arrangements for someone to take me to his mother's residence to enable me to recuperate. Did I have a choice? Of course, I had a choice. I would have left him then, but I was scared. Sex with him was so exhilarating. I couldn't come to terms with the thought of losing that dick because I felt there was none like it. I spent 4 months at his mother's before returning back to his place. When I returned home, he was out of the house, so I had to wait at my neighbor's for him to return. His This was because all the locks to the house had been replaced. The next morning, I made another great mistake by asking for a spare key for myself. I was beaten to the point that my face was swollen, and it took about 10 days for my face to heal properly. From that point, I also began to change. I enjoyed sex a lot, and that was the major reason I had stayed with him. I was scared that I might not find someone to satisfy my sexual needs, but now my body and soul could not take it anymore. I had suffered so much and I needed to take some drastic steps. I moved out of his house with my baby and got a place in another city where I had a sales representative job. This job required that I move around a lot. This was a relief considering what I had been through. I could not wait to explore my possibilities and also become as naughty as I could get. For me, life was dead, love was dead and buried. Life and its mysteries are very difficult to comprehend. Jude resurfaced after 3 years and begged me to come back to him. My head advised me not to, but my heart still yearned for him. Or maybe my pussy yearned more for that motherfucking dick. So I could think through it properly and rationally. I had advised for a transfer to the city where he lived. I came running to River State, and this time around we got married, and I was very happy. I was very foolish. I could not see beyond the smiles and sweet talks. I never knew what I had signed up for. Jude was the same person, the same man who had hurt me in the past, and I was too sex starved to notice. We were very busy with our careers and we decided to employ a nanny to take care of our daughter The driver and the nanny will take our baby Thelma to school and back while we focus on making money for our new family. I had to make a trip to Lagos on a particular day, so he took me to the airport. That was the first night I was supposed to sleep outside our home since after our reconciliation about 3 months ago. When I got to the venue of the meeting, we finished earlier than I expected, and I had enough time to catch the last flight back to Rivers State. The excitement from the fact that the meeting was successful and I was not ready to spend the night away from my Prince Charming got me rushing to the airport and back home, hoping also for a good fog that night. My flight arrived River State as scheduled, and I got an airport taxi in a hurry to get back home. Still in the bid to give him a treat, I stopped by a Chinese restaurant to get something special for him, just to surprise him. But I never knew that he had a bigger surprise in store for me. I arrived home beaming with smiles and fantasizing on what I thought should happen few hours after my arrival. I now had my own set of keys, so I let myself into the house. This was about 8 p.m., but the house was unusually quiet. Without giving it much thought, I walked into our bedroom and right there on my matrimonial bed, Jude was having sex with my nanny. I was beyond shocked, but my reaction to the situation baffled everyone in the room, including myself. Rather than scream, I quietly took off my clothes and got into bed with them. They obviously did not hear me coming, so they were terrified to see me and naked in bed. My nanny wanted to run away, but the door was already locked, and I advised her to come back to bed and continue with what she was doing. As for Jude, his huge erection had shrunk to the size of a little banana. I couldn't care less. Since he wanted to be a dog, I was ready to be a hog. Wow, that's quite a story. Can't wait to read what will happen after this strange encounter, and that will be in chapter 3. And for today, since it's my birthday, I don't want to read more than a chapter. So I'm hoping that you be looking out for chapter 3. You visit my Instagram page and get to download this video of the invisible remote control. And I hope and I hope and I hope you'll enjoy every bit of it. Take care.